Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Talented Teens. Talented Teens is committed to helping young people create the mindset, determination, commitment and motivation it takes to achieve what they want in life. And we do this by sharing success stories, interviewing current talent, and of course, using our ninja mind tools. Okay, so we got an amazing interview for you here tonight. Joe is back with me doing this interview. We are interviewing one of, well, probably, it actually is the #1 subscribed YouTube solar, UK even solar gaming channel, Syndicate. This was one of the longest interviews we have ever done, probably one of the funniest as well. Syndicate is just an amazing person, so funny, and in this interview he's telling us how he got to the success he got to. And as I'm looking at his channel today, he has, well, 3,300,002 plus subscribers, so near on 3.5 million, and views, wow, we're on 730 million. I mean, whoa, this is one successful YouTuber here. So I am going to shut up now, and I'm going to play you the interview. It does last for about an hour and a minute, so it goes on a long time, this one, but great content. So please do stay tuned. I have put Syndicate's YouTube channel in the chat room, so if you go in there, you can subscribe, or if you can't see the chat room, it's TheSyndicateProject. Also, please do like us on Facebook, facebook.com/talentedteens. And I'll see you on the other end.
Full-time job for me.
You know what? You have got the ideal job, haven't you? Doesn't every young person want to do what you're doing?
I wanted to do this job. Yeah, it was one of them. I saw. I looked up to someone called Sean Hutchinson, who was the first ever guy to turn this into a genuine career where he had a salary from it and worked for a company. Doing exactly what I do, and I looked at that guy and was like, I want to do that job, but the chances of it were like winning the lottery, and somehow it happened. So
somehow your numbers came up. Now I just want to put this in some perspective. How many YouTube subscribers do you have?
Well, just recently, I hit 3 million subscribers on YouTube. I think that was like 3 days ago, and today we're on 3,054,758 subscribers.
Wow, I just had to get that in there, because I can imagine people listening going, oh yeah, another person doing gaming on, oh, okay. That's pretty impressive. Kind of my mind a bit.
Yeah.
It is amazing. I would love to have, like, that. Like, obviously, you got to work for it, haven't you, to get there, and it is hard work, but yeah. It's just...
It's a full-time job. It's
definitely.
Like, someone could say, yeah, it's a hobby, and you could, put hobby hours into it, but I have put a lot of time and a lot of effort into it, so when people are like, they might be like, oh, it's not a real job, you play video games and make videos on it. It's like, a lot of time and effort goes into it behind the scenes and stuff as well, that people don't see, so, you put the grind in, and it genuinely pays off. You can see it pay off, and it's just great to put more effort in and just see people enjoy what you create for them. So
exactly,
yeah.
And I love how you still have time for your friends, because before this call, you was helping your friend move into his flat, which just shows.
Cool.
It just shows that you still make time for your friends, even though you do this full-time hard job.
Yeah, I always, I'm still, I go by Syndicate, but I'll always be Tom to my friends and family, and I think that's what I just enjoy about it most. Kind of, I get to, in a sense, be. I always keep it as the same person, and I act the same person. But it's nice to be able to either go traveling or go to a gaming event and be kind of known as Syndicate. And then it's nice to come home and escape it, and if it gets a bit too much, and just be Tom. And just enjoy myself and a bit more peace and quiet when it's needed sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, and I have this image of with this cape on, I'm Syndicate Man, and I'm sorry, I'm so sad.
Oh yeah, it's like Batman. I just get in the Batmobile or my motorbike, go off to a gaming event, go and meet some people, and I'm Syndicate. But yeah, Syndicate. Like people ask me if it's the same, if being Syndicate is like the same sort of being Tom, and it is. Like I say, my name is Tom Syndicate. It helps explain where I got the name Syndicate from. For one, just saying it's my last name, which to anyone out there, my name is Tom Syndicate. Like that is not a lie. I'm right now, but yeah. So like I go by Tom Syndicate, and I just enjoy having fun and being lively, living life, and making the most out of it. And that's just something I want to push through to everyone else, and people kind of like that attitude from me, I guess, and pick up and listen to what I have to say and watch what I do, really.
Wow. I love it. And how long has it taken you from a standing start to get where you are now?
I've been running my YouTube channel since the 3rd of September 2010. So it's been going for almost, like 2.5 years, maybe almost 3 years. But I've been doing YouTube for probably about 4 or 5 years. Creating several YouTube channels in the past, not knowing which direction I wanted to go in, whether it was gaming, whether it was like doing real life videos of me or skits or just funny things, just anything really, or like attempting remixing music at some point that I once did. Obviously, I was no good. It was just really bad. But to see where I kind of wanted to go with this thing, and then when I knew that my biggest hobby was gaming, and then I saw you could make gaming videos and put them on YouTube, and people enjoyed watching you, like giving tips on how to get better, or just being entertaining, talking over commentary. I was like, wow, that is something that really appeals to me and something I'd love to do, and it massively inspired me. And I decided to do it about, this was about 4 years ago. That's when I decided to start giving it a go. It didn't really get me anywhere. It doesn't blow up overnight. You've got to put a lot of time in it. You've got to be new. You've got to be unique. You've got to be entertaining. And yeah, I just came lucky with the new streak of that. I decided to make a new channel. And the way I was going to do it is I don't have this intention to be big. I don't have this intention to go to people like, hey, come and subscribe to my channel. Hey, like go and promoting myself anywhere. I was like, I'm going to try and put content online. I'm going to try and be entertaining. I'm just going to be me and have fun with it. It's as simple as that. I'm just going to have fun. And if some people manage to find it, just in that mass sea of videos on YouTube, maybe they'll subscribe. Maybe they'll enjoy my videos. Maybe they'll stick around for quite a while. And that's exactly how it happened.
And I love, Sorry, I'm just thinking how much I love your attitude. And you've also given me an idea that maybe I should start a channel of how not to play a game. It would certainly be very entertaining to watch me.
I'll definitely subscribe. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I'd be like into the first thing and I'd die, and that'll be it. I'd be like, oh no!
Yeah, I'll be taking tips of what not to do. But then
exactly.
There's an audience for everything on YouTube. There you go. There's cooking shows for mums, teaching you how to grow, help grow your kids up to be great kids. Gaming channels, comedy channels. You can do anything you wanted to on YouTube. There's always an audience for it.
How not to play games.
How not to play games with starring Syndicate. We're going to fail today. Let's do this.
Yeah, and I could actually be on the phone to you. You could be talking me through it, you see, my work.
No, that's your job. You've got to teach me how to do bad.
No, I'm sure I can do that. I can definitely do that.
I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm burning to death. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, yeah, that's what we're... Sounds good, Sarah. I think we found a new target audience for us there.
I know. Found a niche there. Right, off you go then, Joe, with your questions.
Okay. First question, Tom. So, how did you start doing YouTube?
I basically... You ready for this? I got about 20 games of mine and DVDs and stacked it on one of my dad's kitchen chairs, put it in front of my TV, and I basically stood right next to my camera on the TV whilst it was recording the screen, made sure it fitted perfectly, and basically talked and tried to attempt to do a gaming commentary with just a normal camera of my dad's. And decided that might work. The quality wasn't good. The audio was, rubbish. But I attempted to create a gameplay commentary and put it on YouTube. And it didn't get me anywhere. I could tell you that for free. But I learned from experience, and that's how I got started. At least I was trying it instead of going, yeah, I'm going to do it, or yeah, it'll just happen one day. I was like, I'm going to try and do it. At least I've put the effort in to somehow get started at one point, and that's what I did, you know. DVDs, stack them on top of each other, make sure it was lined up the TV, and just record with a camera. That didn't go too successful for me, I'll tell you that. It did get views, but it didn't get an audience, attract the kind of attention I wanted. So I just started a new YouTube channel, and I bought the equipment that was necessary for recording HD gameplay, and, you know, a microphone so I could commentate clearly, and, you know, like, as you can hear me now, like, hopefully the microphone sounds clear. You know, you upgrade your equipment as you went along, and I grinded it out as a part-time job, either working with my dad whilst I was still at school, or when I left school, I got a part-time job straight at McDonald's just to, you know, get some money whilst I was studying, that could afford me the laptop and the gaming equipment. And I just got that all together, you know, after grinding it. So it did take me months to get started before I could even say, right, let's give it a... Bought the necessary equipment and just started making them videos, really, and just hoped for the best.
That's good. I can relate to that so much, because I remember my first actual YouTube video was the exact same. A camera, and I had my dad standing behind me, holding it. Like, standing, so obviously it wasn't, like, still, it was wobbling slightly throughout the whole thing. Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, I did have a stable, like, 'cause I was looking for a tripod and didn't realise we didn't have a tripod, so I was like, what can I do next with a tripod? I need to point this camera at that TV screen to get me some play footage, you know, the best gameplay I've ever seen. It was only me playing some, like, campaign on a Call of Duty game or something like that, but I just decided to stack all these games together, get it as level as possible. I remember putting, like, tissues under, you know, the feet to make sure it was level. Like being at a table at a restaurant or something, trying to make sure it was level, and then just setting it up, hitting record, and giving it a go, and just seeing how it turned out. I'm so proud of it, you know. At least I tried, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah. I mean, most people don't even do anything, so you. That's half the battle.
And they're the people that hate. They are the haters.
And people, Joe, you know, like, YouTube audience well, so it's one of them. People will come back and be like, oh, you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that. It's like, why don't I deserve this? Exactly. Is it because you're expecting it all to be yourself? And when people start up a YouTube channel, you know, they'll be like, oh, I hate YouTube, I hate this, it's pointless doing it because it's not fair, you can't grow. I started in that exact same conditions of people going, oh, it's pointless, you can't grow, it's not possible. And I just hold my hands up like, I somehow did it. There was hundreds of thousands of people attempting to do the exact same thing I was doing. Yeah.
And now you are the UK subscribed game commentator, and that's just amazing. Like, you just pushed your way through the barriers and carried on fighting for what you wanted.
Just focus on what you want to do rather than others. That's a big thing. I always try and push there a lot.
And you said something there I just want to pick up on. What do you think it was that made people subscribe to your channel over someone else's? You know, have you got any idea?
I want to just say, like, I think it's just all revolves around personality, really, because you know, you talk about any sort of subject, each person could say the same story, or, you know, tell a tale, but it's the way you tell it, or the way you put yourself across. And I just, you know, it has to be personality-wise for me, because the gameplay is gameplay. Anyone can do that. But I think the aspect that people get attached to is your personality. And I just think that's how I grew, just from having fun. No, I don't want to watch a video where someone's like, oh, I hate this, I hate that, this is boring. I'm just like, yeah, this is awesome, I'm so excited, let's do this, you know. Just a positive attitude in life. I always have done. And, you know, some people have bad days, and I'm just trying to cheer them up. And sometimes they don't need me around them, but, you know, I always try my best to keep them happy, keep them cheered up. And that's kind of what I do in my videos. I always put across a positive attitude, because why not?
Yeah, and I love that. I was interviewing the drummer from the Two Door Cinema Club and asked him, you know, what was his sort of one tip to success, and he just said, be nice. People like nice people.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I think that's it, because I'm sat there thinking, you know, anyone can play a game, and even me, you know, I mean, I've never watched a gaming video, but I had this sort of idea that somebody playing it would be like really boring, geeky, and you're not like that at all.
Like, I've had such a mixed background, because like, my dad brought me up with just like full on physical exercise, like going working, like with him, going hiking, going mountain biking, downhill mountain biking in France and stuff like that. And I enjoyed all of it. Some of it was a grind. Sometimes I did just want to, just play video games. But my dad always kept me active, and I've always been an active guy. I can't just sit and play video games all the time. I am a gamer. Yeah, it's pretty obvious I'm a gamer, but sometimes I do I love traveling. I can't not be out and about doing things. So, I've always got this do other stuff than just gaming, and it gives me stories to talk about, keeps me positive. If I just sat around all day and did nothing, I'd have nothing to talk about. I'd be a slouch, and I think I'd be very boring.
Yeah.
So you've got to get.
Yeah, I was just thinking how great that is, because people rag on gamers a lot actually, and there's so much evidence out there that shows that actually playing games is develops really good skills, and some corporations now use them to train their leaders. But you're right, it has to be balanced with something outside of the gaming, definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I love getting out there, just doing things. Like I said, I've just recently got a motorbike, and it doesn't help with physical activity because I used to ride mountain bike everywhere, not for the sake of I didn't want to get a car or I didn't want to get a bike or anything. It was I just enjoyed riding my bike. I love riding, but now I've got a motorbike. That physical activity has gone out the window. So out of my own concept of wanting to stay fit, still healthy, and working out myself as I do anyway, I'm like, right, I'm going to go jogging every day. Why not? I work from home. I've got nice countryside around me. I might as well just go for a run, stay fit, stay positive, and the more I exercise, the more I've got this positive outlook and feeling healthy. Feel good. If you feel good about yourself, then you're going to enjoy yourself more. And I just try and keep it balanced. But I will admit, I can go on a huge gaming binge and play for 13, 14 hours straight if I wanted to, easily. But I do like my sleep as well, so I've got to make sure I get
no sleep, Tom. You don't need sleep.
No, I've just got this image of you playing games while you're on a running machine. I thought that might be quite interesting.
I wanted to do that, but I just felt that was cheating. That's why. It's got to be an even balance somewhere.
It's a good video, though, I feel.
Oh, absolutely. Don't need to move at all. Just step 1 foot away from where I'd usually sit down and play video games, pick the controller up and run a treadmill for an hour instead. Yeah. It keeps you healthy, but I like fresh air. I like just getting out there, seeing what's going on, and just having fun. Really, I do a lot of traveling, so luckily I get to see a lot of the world, which is one of the key things I wanted to do before I even did gaming is just travel.
Yeah, because your girlfriend, she lives in America, doesn't she?
Yeah, Kate's over in Oklahoma, the middle of the United States.
So you travel there, don't you, quite a lot? And I noticed you went to Vegas, didn't you, not long ago?
We didn't get married. Just in case you were, that was the next question. But went out there on work-related things because Kate loves gaming, I love gaming, and we got invited over to Vegas as a full page for us to just go out there and enjoy staying at luxury hotel, which was insane, and just stay there for 3 nights, just to go to a Game Awards show and just be a guest, which was easy. So. We've had a lot of trips. We get invited out to LA, just me and Kate, as a couple out there, go out to LA quite a lot, and then we got the trip out to Vegas, over to San Francisco as well, not too recently as well. So, yes, it's a fun job. If you like traveling, you like gaming, it's a job for you. I will happily take the rest of my life if I can be quite honest.
Wow. Well, I love traveling as well. Also, I was in America. When was it now? Last month? I went to New York myself.
February.
Yeah, I went to New York and I loved it. I love traveling myself. I'm always traveling around the UK and things like that. So.
Yeah. Well, I claim that there's not enough to do in the UK, but there is lots to do in the UK. And something I was out in Oklahoma is to get to the local shop when we're with Kate, to go to the local Walmart. It takes us 30 minutes to get there, so it's 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. Within an hour, I could have travelled up the country in the UK to somewhere new, to the coast or something like that. And see lots of the UK. And it just makes me think when I get back here, we complain an hour drive is a long amount of time when in the States it's nothing. You know, it just puts things into such perspective. Like 2-hour drive me and Kate go on just to go to like a lake or something, just for a day trip out. I could like catch a flight and get over to France by that time. Pretty much traveling in the States to do that. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like traveling. I like going out seeing Caitlin in Oklahoma. She does live in the middle of nowhere, so there isn't a lot to do out there. But you know, I don't go over there just to see sights when I'm going seeing Caitlin. I'm there to spend my time with her.
Oh.
So yeah.
I can see why you've got so many subscribers. You're so sweet. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm a manly man. I'm a gamer. I've got to be aggressive, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. You're really aggressive.
Hey, Tom, I think Sarah fancies you.
Oh, please, Joe, honestly.
Hey, don't worry. I do romance as well. You know, I do Valentine's Day good as well. So, Sarah.
God, Tom.
Oh, Joe, get on and ask your questions. This is going downhill.
I just got you a date. What are you on about? With Syndicate. Don't.
Oh my Lord! I'm old enough to be his mum. Come on.
Right. So, God, question number 2. Who supported you along the way?
My best friend Chris. I'm gonna have to shout out there straight away from the get go. You know, like other people were like down it saying it's never gonna get you anywhere. Waste of time. What's the point in it? You know, just focus on other things. You know, my dad was like, oh, and you know, obviously I've got to say my mum as well. But like my dad was like, it's a waste of time, and he knows that. Every interview or anything I do, like, what did your mum and dad think about it? Like, my dad never supported me at the start of it. Thought it was a waste of time. Even when I got my first like paycheck from it, he was like, still doesn't mean anything. You know, probably all a scam. And I was just like, I just got paid. Like, how is that a scam? Just got it thrown back in my face, basically, at my dad. But with my mum, you know, she was always like supporting me, like, you know, that's so good. I can't believe these people are subscribing to you, viewing to you, and I can't believe you get paid for it. So my mum was always supporting with me, and my best friend Chris was always there for me. And, you know, like, Chris is the one I've just been helping move into his apartment. You know, he helps keep me grounded, which I always want to be, and he's a great friend, and he's always there for me pretty much. You know, it's hard to say, but I have lost friends through doing YouTube, not because of me changing, because of their attitude towards what I do changing. You know, they somehow not liking it, or, you know, showing sides, you know, the true colours show, basically.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know what, you're not a positive person. All you do is just want to hate on something I do that I enjoy in life and is going successful for me, you know.
I can
if you don't
relate to that so much.
Get out of my face. And so yeah. But my dad supports me now, but from the get go, you know, it was like my mum really, really supported me, and I'll always thank her for that. And then when my dad realised that I got sent over to, I got invited over to America to host an award show, and present out there, that my dad realised that, wow, actually he's done quite successful with this, and then he like texted me saying, I'm very proud of you, and you know, when you hear your dad say, I'm proud of you, it actually means something to you. So something, when you get your dad to say that to you, into you. So it kind of put aside all the, you know, the unsupportiveness from the start, put that to one side, and was like, you know, he just didn't understand it, because my dad's 58, so, you know, it's a new concept to him. You know, he's an old geezer, so I'll let him.
He's an old geezer.
My mum really supported me, and my best friend Chris was always there for me. So, you know, I'll never ever forget that.
That's good.
And you were saying there about losing some friends, and I know we've got a question like this, Joe, but it feels like a really good time to pick it up, because I think that a lot of people don't start doing anything because they're so fearful of what people are going to say to them. Not necessarily people they don't know, but people they know, because it's really quite hard when you have this circle of friends, and then suddenly they start saying, you've changed, you're not the same, and you know that you haven't changed, and like you said, it's them that's changed. How did you handle all of that?
I want to say fairly well, really, because like my best friend, you know, I'm still friends with my best friend, which is Chris, and like friends who I knew for a long time, you know, like they were lads, you know, they poke fun at things, and I was like, yeah, I can kind of understand that, but when it's a point where it's like they'll just keep poking fun at something, and you know, they try and take the mickey out of what I did, and I was like, listen, if I enjoy something, it's a hobby of mine, it's doing you no harm, it's doing me no harm, and I'm having fun. Who are you to actually comment on it.
Exactly.
Don't think it's not going to upset me. Luckily I've got quite a thick skin about things, you know. So if anyone wants to poke fun at it, I can just be like, well, that's great. You know, you've insulted me. Now, where would you like to go with this? Because guess what? Nothing to me. I just enjoy myself and take chin and get on with life. Way too short to get upset about you. So, yeah, just, you know, with some friends who were like, oh, waste of time, you know, you would genuinely try and make fun of about it and want to get in my face about it. I'd get back in their face and be like, back off. It's not your business. It's mine. You know, if it gets me nowhere, it gets me nowhere. But when it did take off for me and start going successfully, you know, certain friends around me were like, oh, you know, you get paid to do this now. If we should, it kind of, I think money played a big role in it for some friends. They were like, if I earning money, like Tom, if we went to the cinemas, I'd pay for it. And I was like, what? What? Your own money, you can pay for that. You know, like, I'm not paying for your food for you. I'm not paying for that for you. You know, I'm not a bloody billionaire. I can't just go paying for all this stuff for you. You know. And they were like, oh well, I think you should do. And it's like, wow, really? That's the sort of person you are.
Exactly.
It's almost
that's terrible.
You thinking I should pay for things for you, buy things for you? I was like, no, not at all. That's not what a true friend does.
Exactly.
At all. So I was just like, you know what? You're a sort of person I just don't want in my life if you're going to be like that. And, you know, I was genuinely honest with some of them and just didn't say, don't want to talk to you anymore or be rude in that sense. I was just like, I just won't get in touch with them anymore. Just as simple as that, you know.
And I think you're right.
Like, oh,
yes. No, I was saying, I think you're right when you say that when you do something like this and when it starts to go well, or even when it's not going well, you find out who your real friends are.
The people who put you down about it at first, you know, like I said, you know, they'll make fun of it when you're trying to somewhere with it, and they're like, ha, it's going to get nowhere. And then you see them a few weeks later, like, oh, wait, it's become a bit successful. Then they're like, you know, oh, it's still going to get nowhere. But then down the line, where I am now, and they're like, oh, that's so well, I'm so proud of you, so well done. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Just exactly.
You know, you weren't there supporting me when I started it. You know, I'm not going to be like a little girl about, no offense to girls, like, I'm not going to be a little, I'm not going to be a little mardy ass about it and be like, oh, no, you said this went before, but you had your chance to be a good friend, basically, and support me with something new I was doing, where I needed friends supporting me, in a sense, to back me up with it. Like, go on, Tom, you know, give it a go. And you weren't there for me, so why should I be there for you now?
Exactly.
As simple as that.
Yeah, no, I so agree, and I see it all the time. I think particularly with a lot of the girl singers that we've interviewed, they can have a really, really difficult time. And I think, you know, if it's something you want, you've just got to go after it and know that there's this great quote, I think it's by Churchill, and he says, you'll never get up your road to success if you throw stones at every barking dog.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. You've just got to go your direction you want to go and know that the good friends will stay with you, and the ones that aren't there, well, they were never good friends. So
I can relate to your life so much, Tommy. It's ridiculous. Like, when I started acting and some of my friends were like, oh, why are you doing that? You're never going to get anywhere. But then a year later down the line, I'm going to places like Waterloo Road and like Emmerdale and things like that. And then they look back and they're like, oh, but you're doing well in life. It's just like, you can't say this now because you was practically hating on me when I started. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Mate, it's one of them. People always like poking fun. I can understand that, but it's kind of like a taste of your own medicine. You want to poke fun at me, or just laugh when I'm attempting to do something I enjoy or become successful in a sense, and then when I'm successful, you want to come and reap the rewards off it in a sense.
Exactly.
And, like, if you weren't there from the start, just turn away. I don't want anything to do with you.
Exactly, Tom.
People definitely show the true colours, and it's a shame. It really is a shame because, you know, like some good friends, you know, I just had to like walk away from, just being like, you're just not the person I really thought you were.
Yeah.
You know, it is sad, but hey, I always stay positive about it. Luckily, I've got my real friends around me that I have now. I've made great friends from doing doing what I do, and like meeting people down in London, meeting people in the United States, meeting Caitlin. You know, without doing this, I wouldn't have met the love of my life. Throw that out there.
Am I right? Did you meet Kate on Minecraft?
Yeah, I did. Kate actually, just to give some people some perspective on that, Kate made videos, like vlogging videos, as I like make gaming videos. So she'll talk to the camera and just talk about anything or how a day's been or something. Yeah. And I was playing on Minecraft, and I was recording for my channel, and I decided that I was going to burn someone's house down. Oh, that's my phone going crazy in the background. I was going to burn someone's house down for a video, and I was going burning the house down. Made it as a video, thought it was hilarious, and then when I posted this video on YouTube, I got a video response in my inbox, and this is when I had about like 90,000 subscribers, and now it just chance that I saw this. It really was that I saw this video, because I did get a lot of messages like all the time. So I saw this video and I watched it back, and the thumbnail was of this girl, and I was like, what the heck is this? Why is this some man, like, really good looking girl?
Like, oh hey.
Yeah, this is totally a cool image, but just in case I'll check. So I clicked it, and then lo and behold, it was Kate making a video response, and she basically called me out and chewed me out for destroying this house she'd created in this game. And I was like, no way, this girl is absolutely stunning, plays video games, and does YouTube as well. This is incredible. So I was just, can I add you on Skype and apologise? And I did. And I was just like, she's American, wow. She's good looking. And then she was like, you're British, wow. And she liked me, and I was like, wow. We didn't say that, obviously, at the get-go. We finally found that out eventually. But yeah, that was like almost over 2.5 years ago. And after a year of just, being really good friends and talking and, meeting up and stuff like that, which we did, even though she's on the other side of the world, we started dating. And we've been dating for over a year now.
And who says criminal activity doesn't pay? A bit of arson and you meet your girlfriend. I mean...
Yeah, exactly. Proud of it, because it's like one of them things. Like, I love gaming and doing YouTube led me to meeting Kate, and couldn't be more happy, honestly.
As long as you're happy, that's good.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, such a tale of events.
So it feels like, going on from Caitlin, we have to ask you, other than Caitlin, because we don't want to upset her, what have been the real high points for you?
The high points have been travelling. The first time I ever went out to Los Angeles in California, that was just absolutely amazing. I couldn't believe that through the job I did, I've managed to get out there. That was just unbelievable for me. And then leading off to travelling will always be something that's key, because when I was actually, left school, part-time job at McDonald's whilst at college, I was working out how much it was going to cost me to be able to go over to the United States, travel Europe, all this just off a wage at part-time at McDonald's. So travelling was just so huge and made such a big deal to me that a company for free flew me out to go and present an award out across the other side of the world just for doing what I do. So that was a high point. Meeting Caitlin, being able to travel is a high point. The point of having, your family members just turn around and say to you, we're proud of you for what you've done. Because I went through school I said it was like this, in school there's the class clown, there's like the geek, there is like the chatterbox, and then there's the goody two shoes or whatever. But I was always the chatterbox. Like, I'd always talk, I'd get my work done, I'd chat to the people around me, I'd non-stop talking every parents' evening. I always get in trouble for Tom doesn't stop talking, he doesn't know when to shut up, which is so fun now that I get to turn around and be like, do you know what my job is to do? Talk. So,
yeah, I'm a bit like that with my teachers too. That was always on mine. Sarah will never get anywhere unless she talks too much. Yeah. Okay.
Someone push that. I just want to go back into the schools and be like, I can understand what you're saying, like if you're really disrupting people, but it's like when the class is, an assembly or something where you sat there watching a boring assembly, I'd be like, just chatting to my mate or something like that, just having a fun conversation, being social, and you get in trouble for just being social. And I can understand, the good things and bad things about it all, but I always just got in trouble, and it caused a lot of chaos. No, Tom just doesn't know when to shut up. But it's just awesome that I got in so much trouble for just talking all the time, and now it's my job. So that's the fun thing, because my dad actually turned around to me and was like, you know what? Got the right mind to go into that bloody school you went to, and just say, hey, bloody talk for a living, put it, and then just leave, sort of thing.
Well, I always say to young people, the best way to actually figure out properly where your talent is to look at what you're being told off at school. And that's probably where your talent lies.
That was one of them, but I think one of the biggest key moments of what I've done is when my college teacher in my second year of college doing IT programming design came to me and went, Tom, what you've got here is called Paul from High Clarendon College. So shout out to him there. He came to me and was like, Tom, you should be doing your job full time, not as a hobby. You should be taking it on full time because we can give you all this extra time that you need because we know you're going to be traveling, going out to London, going out to America and stuff like that. But I honestly think, that you should do this full time because, you know, we can see you getting paid for it. 'Cause, you know, I discuss Paul, like when I get paid, you know, I discuss like how it's going for me, how successful it's been going, the ups and downs of it and everything. And he was with me the entire journey of it. Really great teacher. And he really advised me. He was like, Tom, I think we should get your dad in and have a discussion with your dad to say, do it full time. So we organised it. We got my dad in, and he basically advised my dad to give it a go full time. You know, you can always come back to college. You can always come back to education. Just give this your best shot. See where it takes you. You know, my dad was a bit like, I don't know. You know. Yeah. It's up to you, Tom. It really is up to you. You know, my mum was like, no, just stay at school. But I was like, you know what? It's one of them. I love what I do. I'd love to give it a go. Let's say I try it for 6 months or a year. You know, just a year. Take a year off and see where it takes me. And you know, I've been doing it for 2 years, super successfully now, and it doesn't seem to be stopping. You know, if it does crash and tumble, then I'm in a position where I do need to go back to college, and I can do. But so many doors have opened up for me in life through my teacher saying do it full time, and me actually doing it full time, and being in a position to be able to back out of education, which has always been this one path. You know, you go to school, go to college, go to university. That's how your life will be. Yeah. To have this side door open and be like, here's your path, take it.
Yeah, amazing stuff. You need to be talking to groups of young people, you know, about this if you're not already. I think. But there we go.
So, go on, Tom.
I'd influence. I'd be like, yeah, try and find that side door to go down.
Leave college, go home, go party.
Well, yeah, no, I think it's not about leaving college and going home. It's about following the path that you're supposed to go down, and for everyone, you know, for some people that is university, but for some it isn't. So well done you for, I think, seeing it and trusting and having people around you that are going to support you to allow you to go down that path. Because a lot of parents would be, you know, the other way about it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Like my mum's biggest worry. She was like, you won't be social. And I'm like, Mum, I'm like one of the most sociable people in the world. I'd stand in the queue at Asda and talk to someone, not being like the pestering person. Are you? Ooh, I like you. And just, you know, have fun as long as they're, you know, a nice person. You know, can get along with them. Then I can have a great conversation. So when I go traveling, I'm not like this one British guy who's not going to talk to anyone around him. I make friends out there. You know, I had opportunities. People invited me to live out there with them because I really got along with them. You know, if you ever need a place to crash, I've got like tons of friends from business-wise that I've met out in the States who would happily put me up for the night because, you know, I get along with them, and I feel like being social and my personality has got me to where I am as a job and got me my friends in life, which I wouldn't be here without them, you know? Like, that's what I like. It drives me. So I was like, Mum, don't worry about the social side of things, because I'm meeting so many more people. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck at college with the same 10 people in my IT programming course for a year straight, and then I'll be doing a part-time job at McDonald's still, where I will be sociable, taking orders off grumpy people who think the fast food's not fast enough. You know, come on. So I meet more people now than I have in the past in my life, really. So many people, and I'm so glad for that, really. But yeah, my mum's work is gone now because she knows I'm a sociable guy anyway. I thrive on sociability. That's a word. And I think I just made it anyway, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we like made up words here. I'm doing it all the time.
We do.
Yeah.
Say social activity, but sociability. Yeah, we're having that one.
Sociability.
Sociability, yeah. I'm sure it is a word. It feels like it should be.
So, what were the low points in your career? Hello?
I'm thinking.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's so positive, he doesn't want to think of anything that's low.
I'm not going to say anything family related, because, you know, all family things have down points, but, like, career-wise,
Would it not be like the people that are hating, or?
Nope, doesn't get to me.
Yeah, I think you're such a positive person. Even if something felt like a challenge and came along, you'd probably see it as an opportunity.
Joe, I can honestly say, I don't think I've had a low point in my career of doing this. I've enjoyed every moment of it.
That's great.
Seriously.
I love it. And you know what? That is probably the reason that you are so successful, because you're not a moany whinging about anything.
Like that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, we don't like moany whinging.
Well, they'll hold grudges, you know. They'll always refer back to something like, oh, last year you did this. It's like, that was back then. That's in the past. Leave it in the past.
Exactly.
You know? Enjoy yourself. But yeah, man, kind of cool. Like, I know family stuff, you know, like family members passing away and stuff like that, which is, you know, I've never had before. That was always like a rough one, but, you know, I've always just seen the positives in life, and I kind of prefer just living that way. There will be a time when one, you know, probably get a lot tougher, but for now, in the past 2 years, I've always been super positive. And it's not like, I'm not like this fake. Obviously, I have grumpy days or a bad day or something, but
you're human. Natural.
Nothing's really got me down that much to where I'm like, I don't want to do this as a job again. I want to stop it right now. You know, I just enjoy it. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I love it. And we've dealt a lot with the negative reactions, but how have other young people, you know, reacted to you? Because I mean, you are doing the job that most young boys, particularly, and I'm not, you know, I'm not saying girls don't game, because they absolutely do. How have they kind of reacted to you? I mean, what sort of things do they say to you, or anything?
Well, like the fans, or like just like young people in general that I meet.
Yeah, young people in general that you meet, or you know, I don't know, young people.
Everyone.
The world.
Some people, you know, always get like little haters who are like, you suck at what you do, or you know, you're bad, I can beat you at the game, or whatever. I'm like, oh, just be quiet, go and moan to someone else who cares. Most of the people I meet, you're like, you're at Syndicate, you're like, you know, as a fan of something, they're like, you know, they're really supportive, they really back me up with what I do, and they're always like, you know, we love what you do, thanks for making these videos for us, they're entertaining, you know, you know, it's kind of weird to hear people go, I want to do what you do when I'm older, or I want to eventually be like Syndicate in a way. It's like, whoa, how did this happen? I wanted to be like this guy who did this. Like, you know, 2 years ago, I was like, I want to be that guy. I wanted to do that as a full-time job, and then to have people say, I want to do the job Syndicate does, is like, whoa, how is that possible? That is a weird scenario. I don't know what to do there. But yeah, it's kind of cool knowing that I can somehow inspire someone to want to do something and be successful at what they do. And I think that's great.
And that is the whole point of this show, to inspire the young generation to do this.
Yeah, just have fun, enjoy what you do in life. Stop letting people put you down about things like you'll never get there, here, you'll never get there. Who are they to tell you that, you know? Be what you want to be. And
I just want to pick up on something, because you keep saying it's a job. Now, is it that you're, and I don't know if this is like too much of a personal question to ask, but I feel like I need to ask it, because I'm a little confused and old, maybe. Who is it that pays you to do that?
You earn advertising revenue off the video. So
I've got you, right. So it's advertising revenue. It was just the way you were saying it. I was thinking, are you being paid by the gaming companies? I was getting a little confused. Okay, I've got it.
I don't work for anyone. I'm my own business. I'm set up with my own business.
Exactly. So... Stop calling it a job. Ew.
Like, I call it a job, and you know, like, it is weird, because sometimes, you know, like, when I make a video, like, right, Dad, I'm gonna go make a video now. It's just easier to say to my dad, like, right, Dad, I've got to work for a bit now, you know, just to just for my standard or something. Or like, if I say it to my friends, like, oh, I've got to go home and make a video, they're like, oh, it's going gaming. Whereas if I go, oh, I've got to go and work for a bit, they're like, right, okay, you know, they understand it easier, so that helps. excuse me. I work with a company called Machinima who are based out in LA, and they basically put the advertisement revenue next to my videos. So they'll go to like big companies like Sony and be like, "Hey, you, give us money, and we'll put an advert on the video. Like when you click a YouTube video, ads will play up, music everywhere. They'll get paid from Sony to put their little advert there, for example, and then I get my cut of the video viewing, then like revenue earned off it, and then that adds up over the views, and then you make a living off it if possible. And luckily, it has been for 2 years for me.
Yeah, no, I thought it was that. I just wanted to double check there wasn't something else going on that people needed to know about. But you've done what any YouTuber would do to make money.
Yeah, there's stuff like sponsorships with gaming. You can get like a controller sponsor. You basically just say, I use that controller. They pay you to do it, like a headset company. I use their headset. They pay me a wage. It's kind of just like a genuine sponsor, like how you with someone who does football or does F racing, then sponsors all over them. You can be exactly like that, which is possible, and I've dealt with in the past. But I kind of like just being a brand-free person almost. Yeah. To just into all these areas of promotion or just anything that I want to do. Really, don't tie yourself down. But I can stress.
No, I love it, and I just wanted to make that distinction because a job feels like someone else is in charge of you, and I don't think they are, but you run your own business essentially.
That's a huge thing you said there, like feeling like you're in charge. Like you have with this now. There can be certain points where people, if you are taking part in like a promotional work or something, like a company's like, hey, come out here, we'll fly you here. You'll record it, we'll record it for you. In return, just be like, hey, you come and watch me on this live stream or something like that, for example. They're offering something as long as you help them out in return, just how promotion would work. And some people that you could possibly work with are like, we want you to do this, we want it like this, we want it like that. And it's like, you know what? No, that's not me in control. That's not me doing what I want to do. So, you know what? I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to say no to this opportunity because this isn't what I like doing. This isn't me. It's a great opportunity. I'm an idiot for turning it down, but it's just not what I do. That's selling out. I'm sorry, and turn my back to it. And hopefully they can respect that. But I don't like people telling me kind of like how to do my job.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and obviously your subscribers are loyal to you, and you've built them up, and then to go off and do something that's against, the whole ethos of who you are and what you do would they wouldn't take very well to that, would they?
No, not at all. Luckily these guys, my subscribers have got me an opportunity in life that I am so for. They've turned my life around. Life's so much more positive for me. It's so hard to just express how much I appreciate where I am right now. And I will always thank them no matter what. Every moment I can, I'll be like, thank you. Every time I meet a fan, I'm like, I appreciate everything you've done for me so much. Whether or not they've just subscribed today or they've just been subscribed the entire time, they've always, they've supported me, so I appreciate that. And it's so weird to get your head around. I just don't want to sell out what people have seen me as. They've subscribed to me for being Syndicate. I want them to stay like that. I don't want to be someone who's just going to go, oh yeah, I'm going to get this company to pay me to do this and throw adverts in your face or go buy this or go buy that. That's not who I am. And I turn down a lot of offers which someone could say, oh, down the line, what if this dies out? You could have made money. It's like, hey, you know what? I'd rather have made sure I kept my credibility this entire time rather than selling out.
That's great.
Yeah, it's just an amazing viewpoint, and I think there's lots of people, out there in other industries that could learn a lot from listening to just that thing there about selling yourself out for money.
Yeah.
Don't get me going on that one. Joe will tell me off.
Okay.
So, what have you learned about yourself through the whole process?
I don't like drama.
I really
don't like. I say this a lot. Life's too short because, family in the past, or through friends arguing, or through someone seeing friends' relationships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't like drama. I can deal with it easily, but hate people who just drag things out, like, you know, they'll bring stuff from the past and all that. I'm all about just moving on with life, just enjoying it, seeing what's around the corner, and just having fun, pretty much. And I hate people who come around and they'll just try and knock you down for what you're doing, or, you know, causing chaos just to get in your face about things and just cause drama. And I just don't like it, you know. I don't need that in my life. Never wanted it in my life, so stay out of my life. And I try my best to stay away from drama. It'll always chase you down sometimes, but, you know, I feel like I can deal with it well to just, like, kind of, like, brush it off and be like, go away. And, yeah, I just really don't like drama.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of drama either, actually. I can't be doing with that.
It's not worth it, you know. You're really playing and getting my face about things. I have not got 2 minutes for you in my life, I'm sorry.
Exactly. Out. Love it.
Yeah, you want to say, like, I suck at doing what I'm doing? Oh, that's great. You're one person, whereas 3 million people are supporting me and say I'm doing great things. One person isn't going to get me down. I'm sorry,
exactly. That is exactly what I say. Like, word for word, apart from the 3 million, obviously.
Oh, Joe, one day.
Yeah, man.
So what skills and abilities have you developed along the way? Just through everything, through YouTube, through life.
Life? Wow.
Yeah.
Life, God, Joe!
What skills have I ever developed? I can read, I can write.
No, since starting this, let me qualify that a bit, Joe. That was far too big.
Yeah, big is always better.
I just know, more sociable. Like, honestly, that's the biggest things in this industry. Of, you know, just always, like, this industry is one of the things, like, you could meet one person one day who's like, oh, I'm making a game, and you'd be like, oh, that's great, you know, whatever. You know, you could easily show your back to him, but as long as you've got respect for someone who's trying to do something, you know, respect is one of the biggest things I've picked up on whilst doing this, and just staying myself and staying loyal to, like, my values and my family and things like that, because you never, you know, down the line is what matters, really. I know I always, like, kind of, like, live for the now, but, you know, I kind of don't want to be seen as a person who's an idiot to other people or disrespectful or anything like that. And yeah, just to have fun with things, not to take things too seriously. I've had to grow up really fast. I know I'm 19 now. That, you know, might not be too old, but, you know, from starting it when I was 17 to 19, I had to, like, grow up really quick, being in an industry that is basically revolved around, like, you know, 30 to 40-year-old people designing games and stuff like that. And I'm like, this new guy comes into the industry who starts making gameplay videos, which is something completely new. I'm young, and I'm being successful. You know, I kind of had to grow up to still be me, yet know how to kind of act and sort of behave in front of other people. Obviously, I didn't run in a room like, oh, screaming. You know, I'm a smart guy in a sense of being sociable. I know what to do, where to do it, and just how to be. Because I know people who do what I do, and they'll keep this, you know, positive attitude of how they are in the videos, like screaming and shouting or whatever, but they'll not know when to switch it off sometimes. So, like, say in this interview, like, I could be like, oh, screaming, oh my God, yeah. You don't your ears 20. You'd hate me. Like, you'd never want to have a conversation with me before, and I see, you know, like, people I bump into, so the person comes running in the room, and then that person walks out, and they're like, wow, that guy's so obnoxious. You know, and it's like, I learned, like, social skills really well, I think, and yeah, that's one of the big things.
I guess you probably have to learn a lot about who you are as well. When you're learning what you're going to say yes to and what you're going to say no to, it kind of gets you really clear on what's important to you as a person. Yeah.
A lot of the times it's, like, you know, like I said, talking about promotional deals, like, so many companies are starting seeing, like, YouTubers as, oh, we can make money off them. So it's like, hey, we'll dangle this in front of you. Do you want it?
Yeah.
It's money. Oh, toy. Do you want it? And they expect, Chuck, no, give it me now. You know, get dead excited.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm very, there's one, business-minded, very, very smart business-minded with how it all now, which is really helpful. You know, it's just learning how companies act and can be around you and trying to take advantage of you, a position you were in, try to offer you what they think is this huge deal to you, and which is actually going to make you look like a fool with your channel down the line. You know.
Yeah. No, I can see that you'd have to learn that pretty quick.
Companies will always, in this industry and probably every industry, everyone will always try and get the best out of you they can, and you know, they'll always try to abuse the position they've got with you. Like, oh, we've got them doing this. Let's see if they'll do more and do more and do more and do more and do it for free, or we'll give you this free toy and try and get you excited. And it's like, listen, you know, it's a job. I enjoy what I'm doing, but I'm not going to dance for you. You know, you want me to dance. You want to try and throw money at me and make me dance. It doesn't work like that. I do what I do because I enjoy it, and I'm not doing this for, like, money. It's a hobby. It started as a hobby which you couldn't make money from, and then it developed into something you could make money off. So if anything, this is the best bloody hobby you can do. You know, get paid for how it turns into make a living off. So that's crazy. Great.
So here it is. This is the question that the show is based on. The big one. What advice would you have for other young people?
What advice would I have for other young people? I'd say just enjoy what you do in life. Don't let other people's opinion get you down. Like, say, if you've got something you love doing, a hobby or, you know, a talent or a skill you want to improve, don't let other people say, oh, that sucks or anything like that, get you down. You stick to doing what you do because it makes you happy and you enjoy it. And you focus on what you want to do, you know? Don't let other people get you down because life's too short for it. Make the most of it, okay? It's as simple as that. Just always enjoy yourself with what you're doing. If life gets you down, just think about the positives and get on with yourself. You know, get on with life and just, don't let people knock you down. It's one of them. If you get knocked down and you can't get back up, you'll always stay in this rest of your life and you'll regret it. Get back up on your feet and get motivated and get moving forward in life.
That's great. That's
amazing
advice.
Yeah, I'm going to say it doesn't get any better than that at all. And I can see you stood in front of a group of young people talking to them. In fact, I'm planning in my head as we speak. but I'll tell you about it if I ever get there. But I'm like, oh no, you need to be in front of young people, talking to them and really inspiring them, because your story is really, you know, inspirational. But it's the fact that you're so engaging and so positive, and I think there's not many people that are like that out there now. That's what I find, anyway.
I appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
No, great. This was fun. I feel like I should actually go off and learn how to game now, but whether that's going to happen, I don't know.
You can't learn how to game if you're going to make your channel.
Right, well, yeah. No, yeah, actually, I don't need to know, do I, if I'm going to make my channel, but I feel like I need to go off and watch these videos now. The only thing I have a familiarity with is The Sims, and that's just because my daughters play it, and I don't understand that either, but there we go. And I've heard a lot about that Sim man who's got his own Sim channel. I can't remember his name now, but I think he does something very similar to you, but with Sims.
Oh yeah! There's loads of people who do. Like, the community keeps growing. And you could say, yeah, it's getting a bit overcrowded, because it is, but there's always someone who comes in with something new, who's really entertaining, and, you know, they'll make it huge on YouTube. You never know who it's going to be or when it's going to happen, but, you know, it happens. So
yeah, I think it's my how not to play games. I think that's the next thing, I tell you.
That's it. Knock you down, you go for it. You know?
I know you wouldn't, but you know, they'd be like 2 seconds long, these videos. Might not be the best thing, but anyway, thank you so much, Tom. I really do appreciate your time. Such an interesting, lovely, nice young man. It's just great to, you know, your parents must be so proud of you, because, you know, not only have you made a success, but you're grounded and sort of, you know, have stayed pretty normal throughout the process, if that makes sense.
Just, you know, being me kind of is my job, you know. It's what I started off being, and it's what I intend to hopefully be for the rest of my life. Just the same dude. Same dude, but just hopefully successful in life, and be successful, and you'll just enjoy life. It's just a difficult one. I just still can't get my head around to do what I do for a job, and even the fact now being interviewed by you two, which is a great opportunity. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, which is great.
Oh, thank you for coming on. It's been great. The first gaming we've had, and it's Syndicate, this big YouTuber. It's amazing. Thank you for coming on, mate.
So maybe we should Joe. We need to make sure that we get how people can connect with Tom. So Tom, do you want to, or Syndicate, or whatever, do you want to tell people how they can subscribe to your channels, follow you, and all that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. You can find me on YouTube if you just search The Syndicate Project. That is actually what my channel name is. I go by Syndicate. You could probably just search that as well. So that's just youtube.com/The Syndicate Project, all one word. Like my Twitter's @ProSyndicate, and my Facebook fan page is The Syndicate Project.
There we go, The Syndicate Project. It sounds like a film. Aha! Maybe we can write, that's it. We can write the film of your life. There you go. That's the next project. Yeah, I'm going to say. So, but what is next for you? Is it you're just going to keep carrying on what you're doing, or is there something that you're reaching for next?
I'm ticking off my to-do list. I've had quite a few things. One was get in the gaming industry. I've done that, luckily. Yeah. One was to travel in the world. Obviously, I've got loads of little ones, but these are like huge ones. I wanted to become an architect, but the talent, skill, time, effort that goes into that is unbelievable. Going to university for 7 years. Yeah. So I always wanted to build my own home, which I'm actually in the process of doing now. So another 60. Hopefully, I will have my own designed, built house.
That's great.
Amazing, amazing. And where's this house going to be? Is it in the UK or the States?
Oh yeah. Yeah, going to be in the UK. A lot of people thought I was moving out to the States when I announced I'd actually purchased the property, or the land even. But no, staying in the UK. I'm a UK guy. It's always home for me. I will probably travel out like 90% of the year, but the UK is home, okay? So yeah, it'll be pretty much where I've grown up my entire life, in my nice little village, so I'm going to be sticking close to home.
Good. Great. Love it. Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing pictures of the house. How cool is that?
Yeah, you'll see some videos. I kind of want to do like a grand design like video. I was actually wanting to contact Grand Designs and see if they wanted to film the process of it, which would be quite cool.
Oh yeah, that would.
Hopefully, nice house when it's done.
Yeah, Kevin and his big words.
Yeah, I'll just be like, say what?
Yeah, no, it always comes up and you sit there going, what? What did you say? It sounded really nice. I don't know what it meant.
Keep saying these crazy words. But yeah, that should be a good thing. Like I'll always have like new tick lists of stuff that I want to do, but right now I'm focusing on that. It's a big project. Like my dad's a builder. He's a project manager of it, so that keeps us both involved together. And yeah, it's keeping us busy. And it's probably going to keep me very. I'll probably speak to you in about 6 months' time when I'm pulling my hair out. Like, what wallpaper do you want? I'll be like, I don't know. I don't care. Just want the house. Give me the house. Done. Okay.
You'll be 19, but you'll feel about 40 or something.
God.
It's good. Crazy, really.
Right. Okay. We will let you go off now. Thank you very, very much, and I'll let you know when this is going out and on all the links and everything for it. But I really, really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom. It's been amazing. It's been great.
Well, there you go. Isn't he just the nicest young man? I know it makes me feel really old when I say that. So please do go along and subscribe to his channels. YouTube, The Syndicate Project. Facebook, The Syndicate Project. And Twitter, it is ProSyndicate, P-R-O, then S-Y-N-D-I-C-A-T-E. But I think if you just put The Syndicate Project into Google, you would easily find all of that too. Now, I realise that cut out slightly at the beginning. What Tom said at the beginning was that his name was Tom and he was 19 years old and he was a YouTuber playing games, and that was about it. So we missed out on that. Anyway, that was a long one. Like I said, I do hope you enjoyed that. We've got a great interview for you coming up. We've just done it, actually, with an amazing singer, Becky CJ. So it was another long one, but it was a good one. I tell you, they're getting great, these interviews. Just really fantastic. So don't forget to come along to our Facebook page and like us on Facebook, facebook.com/talentedteens. And if you want to go along and see any of our videos or anything like that, you absolutely can do by going to sarah-newton.com/talented-teens, which I will put that into the chat room. That's what I meant. I'll put that into the chat. See, I can't multitask. I'm definitely not from this young generation. I'll put that into the chat room there as well. Don't forget to also follow us on Blog Talk, like the show, share the show, do all things you need to. And I am going to end here. I look forward to speaking to you all soon. If you know a talented teen, you are one, you want to feature on the show, you've got something of any interest, then please do email me, sarah@sarah-newton.com. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Bye-bye.